Be ready. 15 seconds. Autonomy, in the sense in which I am speaking of it, is not opposed to the use of government funds for the corporation. If the financial memorandum of the bill, it has been said that the corporation must gradually reduce dependence on the budgetary support of the government. Now, this may have some sense in our present context, in our present social context, where it is said that the government is really constrained for funds. So, out of dire necessity, the government itself has to explore other sources of funding. Thus, we find that while we think that education should be completely in the public sector, it should be subsidized completely by the government. In actuality, we cannot altogether reject private funding of education. So, out of dire necessity, government might say that the corporation for electronic media may have to tap other sources of funds. But I want to stress that government funding should have a predominant role as it still has in education. This search, this exploration for funds from private sources should not be done in the name of autonomy. In other words, it should not be said simply if government funding is taken away, then there will be more autonomy. After all, government money is public money. If the government abdicates its responsibility of supplying certain basic public services to the people, then what will ensue is not autonomy but a complete slavery to big business and to the multinationals in our country. So, we do not want the government to abdicate its responsibility so far as this very important public service is concerned. It is not a sector which is meant to generate profit, it means to be a public service. There is a saying in English that he who pays the piper calls the tune. This is not an attitude which should be taken in regard to government funding of electronic media. Government is supposed to have control over media because it is supplying funds. This should not be the attitude. Rather, the government supplies funds because it has a certain responsibility, and in order to fulfill this responsibility, it is supplying funds. This is why we feel that certain constitutional guarantees, certain constitutional ideals have to be accepted by this corporation as well. This is why we have suggested that lines 30, 31 on page 9, where it is said that corporation must not advocate any opinion or ideology of its own, should be dropped. Of course, our nation does have a certain ideology of its own, democratic, secular, social ideology, and that must be propagated. So, one of the amendments that we have brought forward is to preserve the preeminence of government funding. It has been mentioned by the earlier speaker that at present the outlay of the government is rupees 463.45 crores. The gross amount of money coming from commercial advertisements is rupees 230 crores. Now, if the predominance of government funding has to be maintained, we must also ask from what sources the government may fund this sector. In this case, the possibility of reviving the license fee need not be ruled out. We can consider graded licensing for radio, a certain degree of license fee for black and white television set. The maximum license fee may be there for color television sets, but this has to be seriously considered. And there must not only be a limiting of time from commercial advertisements but also a limiting of funds. We have said that the maximum funds which the government can take from commercial advertisements must be specified in the rules. Also, as far as time is concerned, the time given to commercial advertisements must be limited, and this delimitation must be done not only in the totality of the time available but also segmentally. Because while we find that if we take the totality of program time, really the time taken by commercial advertisements is not very great, yet at certain peak hours we find that the rate of commercial advertisements rises even up to 20 to 25%. That is why we have suggested that time should be limited both in the totality and segmentally. Thirdly, the programs which are to sponsored by the commercial advertisers should not be completely under the control of the sponsors. In other words, these commercial companies have their own ideas of what is saleable. The corporation should not give in their idea of what is easily saleable. Educational and informative programs made independently must also be sponsored. Again, there is an overwhelming number of advertisements of consumer goods. Advertisements of consumer goods affecting only a very small minority of our population. Such advertisements should be curtailed. Of course, the programs which emphasize the diversity of our national culture also must be sponsored. The corporation should, of course, have the final say in these matters, but there is a but here. The corporation also, as an autonomous body, may not be able to retain its autonomy. It may also give in to certain external influences.